Can we do it?
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Vibration, where we empower individuals to speak their distinct truth, passions, and personal message on a global stage. I'm your host, Michelle McDonald, passionate author, speaker, and entrepreneur. And today we are celebrating the creatives and the arts of the Bahamas with none other than the Shad Fer.
Hey.
So, Shad, you touch on so many different aspects of being a creative. And for those who may not know you, tell us a little bit more.
Okay, my name is Shad Fer, born and raised right here in Nassau, Bahamas. Half my family from Eleuthera.
Hey.
And yeah, like you said, I'm someone who I just create freely wherever the flow of creative energy takes me, I go. So sometimes if that means making a movie, making a short film, let's do that. If that means writing a song and singing it, let's do that. If I want to get on stage and do some stand-up or perform as an actor or whatever, let's do that. But yeah, I create, I perform, and one thing I'm very passionate about is making sure I'm able to live in that and dedicate my time to what I love to do, and then helping other people in the Bahamas to be able to do the same.
Absolutely. You know, I can say firsthand that I have witnessed your energy. When you came to the Black Box open mic night and you practically jumped on the black box, okay? Everyone was already staring at you, but they were like, okay, what is he going to do next? What energy is he going to bring? And you really, really brought it. And I find that at your different appearances, you bring that same energy. Like, what ignites you to bring that to the stage?
Man, it's a few things. First of all, I could tell you right now, if y'all don't have a stage wherever I'm supposed to perform, everything that I could stand on becomes the stage. So the table is the stage, the chair is the stage. If someone willing to get on all fours, that's the stage. And I'm gonna do my thing on it. And I guess that energy comes from two places. One place is like, I imagine, especially, you ever had like little children who always need to run around and need to be doing something. I feel like that element of me, of that child in me, is always gonna exist no matter how old I get. And there's a need to just express myself, and there's so much creative energy within me that being on stage or being in a studio or any creative environment is the best place for me to get that out. And then also, the second thing is there's this angst, this chip on my shoulder energy where it's like, every time I have a chance to show what I could do, I need to give it my absolute all so people could feel it and be severely impacted by it.
Severely impacted. I felt the weight of that statement just now. It was a lot. It was a lot, but in a good way. I like that you were able to recognize the amount of energy that you have, but also to channel it in a positive way. What was it about the creative space that appealed to you? Because, I mean, you could be playing sports, you could be doing anything else right now, but you chose creative life.
The thing is like, I like sports. I like doing athletic things. Like, I'm outdoorsy. If I go to Eleuthera, I like to be out in the field, be out on the beach, be out on the rocks, walking around, or even here. Like, I love exploring. I used to do a lot of martial arts growing up, a lot of karate, judo, jiu-jitsu. I like to swim. Like, I'm a great swimmer, all that stuff. So, like, I'm active, like, very much an energized person. But I'm the kind of person people might think it's just music or just acting, but I'm trying to have the full human experience. Like,
Love it.
I love seeing people be great at something, and if I'm interested in it, I'm like, solid. Now that I know someone could do it, easy. Now I could learn how to do it because you just showed me it's possible. And so my goal is to get away with pretty much everything I feel like doing until I die.
Okay, I think that really does sum you up.
Yep.
In one statement. And the thing is, even though you mentioned that if you see someone else doing it, you would do it, I really feel like you are a path maker. You go on your own little groove every now and then.
I feel like, I guess the renegade aspect is the fact that the majority of people aren't like that. The majority of people are willing to stay within the margins and go according to what they feel is the safest path. I'm the kind of person, when I say I see someone, it don't have to be someone next to me. It could be someone on TV. It could be someone in a book. It could be someone that doesn't even exist in real life, a fictional character. But the way my mind works is the second we could think something, that's the first step to it already being real. Like, there was a time when we wanted to fly, but we couldn't fly, right? And of
Right.
course, it didn't mean we grew wings and all of a sudden we could fly like birds, but we built something that allowed us to be able to travel through the air. So the second you could think it, it's possible. But I think with a lot of people, it's that sacrifice of leaving behind what you used to
Yes, the
and
familiar.
taking the plunge in order to hope that it could happen. And people see me take plunges a lot. And so because I'm used to it, when you used to skydiving, bro, it, jump out that plane, man, like,
Yeah, it's like head first. I'm just gonna go
normally
in.
my parachute works. So here we go again. Yeah.
And I really like that you said that because I think that sometimes people feel like they need permission to step outside of the box. Don't get out of face, Shad. You know what I'm talking about. They just
Yeah.
feel stagnated. And so it's like, even though they see someone else doing it, it's just like, yeah, but, all of the excuses in the world. So I feel like all that you said just now really empowered someone or even a group of people to just do it.
I'd hope so. That's why I hear, that's why I exist. I don't genuinely, one thing I try to preach is I don't believe in this whole black crab thing. Like everyone always talks about it, but I ain't even talking about it from like a philosophical perspective, more on a practical perspective. It's way more beneficial. You profit more from uplifting others
I
than from
agree.
pulling them down. I'll say it. I said it before. I'll say it again. If you do the whole black crab thing, pull everyone down, and you make it up, you could be the only black crab up there. None of them other crabs black up there. You would like to have some friends. So trust me, like I uplift others because when you down, they'll remember. Most people remember, and then on top of that too, you have friends around you now in the same place. Like, yeah, so I get people being afraid, but I hope when they see what I do, especially Bahamians, they're like, man, Shad could do it, and Shad is a goon, and I'm not, so I gotta be able to do this. Yeah, that's fine with me.
I like that. You're not taking life too seriously. It's always good to laugh at yourself.
As a comedian, man,
Yeah.
gotta laugh.
Exactly. You're a comedian, filmmaking, acting, producing, music. You do it all. But like, which one of these, if you can say, is truly Shad Fer? Like, which one really stands out for you?
All this stuff is Shad Fer. I'm trying to turn Shad Fer into a verb, into an adjective. Like,
Okay.
I want it to be synonymous with greatness, with like with persistence. When someone is doing something great in their field, I want eventually people to be like, that's very Shad Fer of you. You really seem to be taking this seriously. Like, oh, you think you're the Shad Fer of this thing? Like, that's what I'm going for. Like, nah, I'll admit, because of what I do within the creative fields, it makes it seem like I could do everything, when in reality, it's not that. It's just that I know my strengths and I know my interests. So the things I'm interested in are the things that I do. I like performing on stage, so I do things that have to do with that. So eventually people may see me become a better dancer, a better musician, because I like being on stage. I like music. So anything within the entertainment field is what I like. So I'll learn it, and all of these things are still very much Shad. As long as I could speak my mind when I do it, have some creative input when I do it, and, get my respect and respect the other people who I working with, like, then it's Shad Fer. Yeah, I'm the Shad Fer of being Shad Fer.
I can absolutely agree. And I think you're really on the path of making it a verb because I'm sure people see things and they think about you and they're like, yeah, he would totally do that.
This is very Shad Fer-ish.
Yeah, I should like post this on my status or something.
You seem like something Shad would do.
Exactly. One thing I really respect is when it comes to your art and your culture, you have been very adamant about keeping the Bahamas a part of it. And I think it's easy, especially when you get very popular and you're doing this variety of things, to just kind of go outside of the scope. It's like I'm from the Bahamas, but I'm too much connected. But you keep it real. You keep it true Bahamian, and I respect that. Why was that important to you?
Well, not just because I'm from here, but because, and I'll admit, especially back in the day, everyone seemed to go through this process of like denying their Bahamianness in hopes that could help them to succeed. But as you get older, you realize all you doing is camouflaging yourself. Why pretend to be American, and being Bahamian is something so unique right now? Like, and so not only that, like, we greater than we give ourselves credit for.
I agree.
The only thing is we raised in a situation where we watching TV, hearing music, going on the internet and not seeing ourselves.
Yes.
And so as a result of that, of course, you'd naturally think I need to be something else. But now, in this modern era with things like TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, even WhatsApp, we able to laugh at ourselves, be entertained by ourselves. Like you say, you were author, you were actor. I went to your play last year. I able to watch an
Thank you.
original Bahamian story and enjoy it because that's me. Even the clothes I wear I got, this come from YNG. That's a Bahamian store.
Nice.
This some Bahari in the pants. I love.
Okay.
I like what they got going on. They Bahamian designers. This hot. This is
Listen, repping all the way.
No, for real. Like usually when I wear clothes, especially if I performing, like a lot of people might not know unless they ask me, but I'll try to be more upfront about it. It's usually Bahamians who design it, and I like to work with Bahamians on everything I do because we are great and we about to
Yes.
take the world by absolute storm, and I'm proud to be at one of the forerunners in that.
Nice. Yes. Love the representation. And to me, it represents movement as well, right? We don't have to be stagnant in how we show our culture and our pride and who we are. We can just do it in like every facet so people can enjoy it, like digest it, you
Like,
know?
they could understand us. Like that's our thing too. Like I remember Quay when he did his comedy special, right? He said something so important. He was like, "Wait, y'all, stop talking to these tourists in non-Bahamian ways just to accommodate them. They came here, force
For
them to
us.
deal with it. Like,
Yes.
force them to deal with it. I love our dialect, and I just cannot get. I can't wait till we get to a point where there have been so much Bahamian shows and movies and songs and media out that the world now understands our dialect. Because what I need to the world to know is just how hilarious we are. Babe. I
Yes.
want funny things to go viral globally because now they understand us and they know why we laughing. So I would all that when we could get mother sick all around the world. You
There
know?
you go.
Whatever.
And I really like that you mentioned this because I had Cachet on an episode as well, and we were talking about this debate between Bahamian dialect and just Bahamianese, and it was like persons got offended because it's like, oh, you're using the word dialect. That's connected to a different culture, a different language, but dialect is a language. We are just tying us as Bahamians to that because that is our natural speech, and we really should be as proud of that as possible.
Big time, dog. Like I work with a lot of tourists all the time, and anytime I speak to them, a common question a Bahamian would get if they're working with foreigners is, "What language is that you guys are speaking?" Like, and that's only because we talking so fast to them.
Yes.
And it's not just that we talking fast; it's that we skipping grammar rules that they typically use. Instead of saying we're talking so quickly, we say we talking fast, wait.
Yes.
And so
They're like,
we
"What?"
used to that, but they ain't. And I keep telling them when they say, "Oh, you're just not." That's just poor grammar. I'm like, that ain't poor grammar.
That's us.
It ain't
That's
no
what we
rules.
do.
Y'all made that up. We ain't even asked for your language. So
Yes.
now we could do whatever we want to do with it. And so that's why I tell them it's African, it's English, it's British. We have a row. That's very old British row. We don't say but. We have a bongi. That's
Yes.
very African. But, we a combination of all our influences, but at the same time, it does make us so unique. And so
It does.
I all for embracing that. I'd rather, at this point in my life and my career, the core be just being as much myself and appealing to the people around me first and then letting it spread out from there.
Yeah. I really like that. You have embraced everything in its entirety, and you're just like, I am loud and proud about it. Like, you are going to get it. That is the whole point of all this. And then truthfully, when tourists come, they want to absorb the culture. Like, just
Exactly.
educate them. You don't have to be scared about it. Just do
Exactly.
it.
They appreciate you so much more for it.
Yeah. So, Shad, you are very familiar when it comes to entertainment. And although a lot of people see the lights, the glamour, the popularity, there are a lot of things that go on behind the scenes and a lot of things that creatives, artists like you have to deal with. What is your greatest frustration when it comes to the entertainment industry?
That's such a tough question because in general, you will get frustrated doing this. Just like with anything else you want to make a living off of, be known for, be great at, it is frustrating in general. Simply, persistence in general is frustrating because you're going to always meet obstacles. And those obstacles are just tests to see how bad you really want it.
Yeah.
To see behind the scenes of what it took, your favorite, your inspiration, what it took for them to really get there. Because these people who get there rapidly, they tend to fall off just as rapidly because they didn't build the foundation required to stay there.
Very important.
So I'd say the biggest frustration in the entertainment field for me is people who I guess don't understand that. And by that I mean pick a side, but like when I say pick a side, if you want to be that creative person who just is create to create, you want to splatter paint on the wall and you want to sing whatever you want to sing,
Yeah.
you have no corporate interest and you don't care if people like you, then please, my friend, dolly away. I did say that I dolly, but I don't dolly 100%. I know when to dilly, you know. By default, I'm a dollier, but according to my corporate sponsors and partners, I know when to dilly.
There you go.
And so the thing is, if that's who you want to be, though, if you want to be that punk person who is all against the corporations, then by all means do that. But if you're going to decide within a capitalist society that you want to make money from what you do, then the most frustrating thing for me, and I'll narrow it down to the Bahamas because it's Bahamians who I want to hear this. Forget America because they have the rules in the industry there. So people who don't understand, not too bad. But in the Bahamas, my favorite part is we don't know how much new ground we constantly forging. And I trying to create a culture in this country where I want us to get so smart and so good at the entertainment business that people come here like, bro, why these people know how to draft contracts so well? Why they know all these different things to read? Why they so good at branding? Why they so smart in that regard? Because we are great once someone tell us or correct us or inspire us in the right way, we just be able to take it from there and be world class with it. And so what I'd say is, if this is what you want to do, understand that there is branding.
Yes.
There is marketing to this. Stop complaining about the fact that it's who you know, it's who you know. Yes, it's who you know. You live with humans. It will always be who you know. So get to know some better people. Like, if the people around you is just people who complain and don't get anywhere, where you think you're going to end up? Because even as you succeed, if you're only surrounded by people who complain and don't get anywhere, they only know how to complain and help you not get somewhere. So your network is your net worth.
Yes.
And so it is who you know. Brand yourself accordingly. And by branding, I mean create a name for yourself, decide who you want to be and who you want to be known as, and stick to that because that's going to determine the kind of things you sing, the kind of people you want to be seen with, the kind of clothes you want to wear, the kind of dances you want to do, the kind of movies and products you work with. That's your brand. Because Beyonce can't just pop out and say, you know what? I can start her OnlyFans. I don't care. She can't do that because she's Beyonce. That's against her brand. Yes. And so if I was to narrow it down and answer the question, the biggest frustrations is respect what you're doing. If you want to make a living from this, then respect that this industry is an industry. It's a business.
Yes.
And just because you are a creative within the field doesn't mean that it negates the business side of things. If you really want to succeed, either learn the business or become great friends with someone that knows the business and allow that to help you to succeed. But respect that fact because all them other complaints y'all give me, bro, I don't hear it because, like, you have whatever your 9 to 5 is, whatever someone's 9 to 5 is and stuff, that's their 9 to 5. But my 9 to 5 ain't even a 9 to 5. 24/7 is just this, just entertainment. And that's because I learned the business and I respect it. And so that frustrates me the most when people complain, but they ain't even tried to make the effort to learn how to build that foundation. And so, yeah, I hope someone heard something out of that and they're like, maybe Shad was right. I go on and put that big rant on Facebook, and I never really thought about doing stuff. like you gonna create stuff then, babe? Please, by all means. The simplest thing, the simplest step. Get a business license, something like that, something simple. When you do a simple step toward making yourself legitimate, then the universe, God, the world will start to throw rewards at you for making those little efforts. The little thing you found boring, the uninteresting thing, the paperwork side. I love that side because I know everyone else hates it. When you love the boring stuff, You able to skip. I don't have to be the most famous person in the country or on the island because I know the business. So they could be very popular. You could have hundreds of thousands, maybe even millions of followers and not make a dime. And someone who ain't even not known on the internet, they the promoter, they the booking agent, they the owner of the venue. They understand where the money coming from. And so decide who you want to be and respect the business. And if you don't respect the business, be friends with someone that does and make sure they're your real friend.
Hey.
And let them do the talking for you and you do what you like to do. Go Dilly.
So we're going to do our rapid fire. I want you to say the very first response that comes to you when I say these things, all right?
I mean, this is a risky game to play with someone like me.
Shad, you're going to do so well. Listen,
look,
I'm rooting for you
It's
and
a
I'm answering
nice,
these questions.
censored studio. What is this? I see warm chamomile eucalyptus medley for the scents.
Oh, yes. Amberell, our sponsor.
Okay, well, fine. Well, okay, just be careful. I'll do my best. Whatever. Sometimes I might have to say the second thing that comes to my mind. It just depends. We'll see.
We'll see.
We'll see.
First place you ever performed.
Mario's Bowling Alley is the first place that come to my mind. I know it's Church of God of Prophecy East Street.
Okay.
That's the first place I ever sang with Mario's Bowling Alley was the first place I ever rapped. And I could remember just the stairs, though. Trust me, as a Bahamian artist, the stairs, just the stairs of, I wasn't ready, they wasn't ready, and then I quickly and promptly left. Good times.
Good times. There has been growth since then.
But the church loved me.
Which one of your songs is your favorite?
Boy, the first that comes to mind at the moment, I guess I'll say Banana Split.
Okay.
Just because it's the one as of late I have the most fun performing. I feel like I could be
Nice.
booked for any show, no matter what it is, and Banana Split is gonna be fun. But I have so much songs, so they're all my babies.
Yes. Oh, I appreciate that. Okay, now this one is if you've been paying attention a little bit. Do you dilly or dally?
Wait. I could be real. The first thing, I don't care. I dolly a lot. I'm a big dolly. Who would I be to lie? I dolly. What, sue me. Okay, I dolly. I dolly. Someone got to do it. I dolly. And that took a huge load off of my shoulders to be able to say,
There you go.
I dolly, okay?
We appreciate that. And the last one that we have for you, favorite entertainer?
Michael Jackson. In general, definitely Michael Jackson. For people would think it's for the simple things. It ain't just the dancing and the singing. It's the branding, the
Good
creating
point.
such a lasting legacy by being smart. Like Michael Jackson was so smart that people think he's the originator of so many things when in reality, he studied the best, learned what made them the best, took those elements and applied that to his brand. And so I try to follow the same philosophy. I was deeply inspired by Michael Jackson. So he's my favorite entertainer.
Nice. So well said. And I can see that because you have made Shad Fer a brand. It's not just a name. It's not just AKA. It's the brand.
It's an energy. It's a brand. And my goal is to be one of the greatest entertainers of all time. And so, yeah, every day is dedicated to doing that as best as I could. It's very Shad Fer of me to say, but yes.
I respect it. So, Shad, you're just such a combination of things. There's always something going on. How can we connect with you? Stay updated on what's next? What's popping?
Please follow me on all platforms you can. Whatever's your favorite platform, I'm probably there. And I keep it nice and simple. SHAD space or underscore FER. And don't just follow me and watch the journey, which is going to be fun. Tap in. If you know your business or your talent or your skill works or can mesh with what I do, then come on, get your jingle, get your promo video, star in the movie, cast me in the movie. Let's write together. Let's sit at these tables together and let's grow together. I promise you, you sprinkle a little Shad Fer in your recipe, it tastes delicious. Let's run it. I do dolly a little bit, but I I can't.
That's a smidgen.
That's the way I was born. All right? So thank you so much for having me.
You're very much welcome. And as you heard from him, follow him on social media because we always want to know what's going on. He's always bringing the energy and repping for the Bahamas. That's what we love to do. Special thank you to our audience for tuning in. And of course, our sponsor, Amber L, who encourages you to nourish your everyday skin glow. Stay tuned for another episode of Vibration where we raise your frequency and amplify your truth.
Are you allowed to spray this on the show?
Yes, go ahead. That is our pillow
Do they
spray.
do that?
There we go.
It's for the pillow? The eucalyptus hits you immediately.
There you go. You got
Lavender
it.
escape. It's blissful. Perfect for the dahlia on the go.
Yes. That's so Shad Fer of you. Bye.